We were just coming out to film Justin starting to pick rocks on the potato field because we just finished picking potatoes out there with the harvester. And before I could even get out to the field, he snapped the tire off on the rock picker. So the rock picker's sitting on the ground right now. So the only axle we have on the farm to fix that rock picker, we think, is this one here. So finally now we've got a minute. We're gonna take the old big forklift, the 5-ton forklift out, pick up the rock picker and dump the rocks out of it and carry it back to the yard, weld the wheel, the spindle back on, and we'll try again. So the idea is we're going to use the forklift to pick up the rock picker and act as the tire, and then we'll just back the whole unit up to the bank, dump the rocks off, back away from the bank, set it down, put the forks underneath, pick it right up in the air, and then just drive the whole thing home with the tractor. What's more air in that tire? That one is? Holy cow. Set it down. I want the bar for the dump to catch the tire and rip that up, so I'm going to beat that in a little bit. The chain's getting all bound up inside of the clutch on the rock picker, and I don't want to break the clutch. We'll have to re-situate it. Figured that would be less weight. How is this more weight? Wouldn't that be less weight? Clearly not. This tire's almost on the ground.
It's touching. It's touching.
Come behind it, pick up the forks, just get it close. it close to the pile. Justin's gonna come pick it up, and we're just gonna dump the rocks out of it, get it out of the woods, and then we'll pick it up and lift it home. Bent up, floor took a beating. Hopefully you weren't wearing headphones when you watch this. You took a beating. So, tell Peter about this last night. Yeah, it's kind of dirty. Let's look at the tire, it might be more often. So you can see the spindle that broke off. That shiny bit is what snapped. And the rest of it didn't break. The rest of it has been cut or broken for quite a while. Don't know why it would be like that, but we'll pull it apart and see what we find.
Yeah.
Too much?
Very nice.
So this is the chassis to our old rock picker that we've put an irrigation pump on and since quit using that as well. So the only axle we have on the farm to fix that rock picker we think is this one here. The spindle on it broke off in between the two bearings, so to get that to, we were gonna, I assumed it was broken off on the inside of the inner bearing, which is easy fix. Grind it down, weld it back on. If it's a little crooked, who cares? It's just on a farm going 5 miles an hour. But it's in between the bearings, so you'd never get the two bearings perfectly straight, and you probably wouldn't even make it back out to the field before you'd wipe out a set of bearings. So we're just gonna throw a whole new axle into it, We got to find one more tire. That tire's blown. This has been sitting here forever in the woods. So we'll torch this axle out, bring it up to the yard, torch that axle out, and just put this entire unit right into there.
Yeah, it's not gonna fall right now. I'm just getting the angle ironed out. I still got an angle piece on the outside of the frame. Crazy how little this is attached.
Yeah.
Trying to get my hand over it.
Perfect. Justin got the new axle put into the rock picker. He's got a couple of loads on it. Says it's working pretty good. It's a little bit lighter duty than the last axle, so we're hoping that it holds up. This rock picker's got about twice the capacity of a regular rock picker this size. We had one of our mechanics in town, Bridgewater, build this for us years ago. This used to have a boom on this rock picker that would dump the rock straight into a dump truck. So you would just drive with a dump truck beside you and you dump the rocks straight into that. You could haul a lot more rocks at a time, but you had to have two guys all the time when you're picking rocks. But anyway, so Justin's got this all fixed. We're coming out back into the field now, and we'll see how it works. Make sure everything's all set on it. He says that the first couple of loads, he saw the axle flexing just a little bit. So hopefully it holds up and we don't have to fix this one too, because I'm all out of extra rock picker axles. You're shooting them right off the back. You're shooting them right off the back. Well, the whole back of the bin's full, but the front's not.
How much more is it?
I don't know, but it's way too fast. Is there any way we can slow it down? Are you just gonna lug it too much if you lower the RPMs?
I just have to go crazy slow. I don't know if I'm going that fast.
Yeah, it's just way too fast.
Yeah.
Some are coming off of that. I don't know what percent, 10%, but try lower RPM. We've got to gear this thing down for sure. So these rock piles that he's picking up are piles that we drop from the harvester. As the harvester separates the rocks and the dirt clods out, it fills the bin. Once that bin's full, I dump it in the field, and then he takes about 5 hours after harvest with the rock picker to come pick all the piles up and dump them over the bank, so we don't have to deal with them next year. It's got a big bin on it. It's really stressing out a lot of the machine. You can get enough rocks into it where it'll actually tilt the whole machine up and pick up on the back of the tractor, but it works, and we run it the way it is. We run kind of a short crew. It's good for one guy just to be able to go do a job. Good boy. So the rock picker's working good now. We just adjusted the wheel bearings. It wasn't the axle flexing, it was just the wheel bearings were a little bit loose. Where they've been sitting for 20 years, there was some rust and crud built up in there. So got that cleaned out, repacked the bearings, readjusted them. Justin's got maybe 2 or 3 more loads and then he'll be done. And then we can chisel plow this field and plant it for next year. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.